Just the beginning.
The Angel and May Chronicles, Season 2, Episode 15, The Death Ray.
So let me run you through the basics of this beta site. It was a mash-up given the short time, but I will fix the bugs as we progress. The space is just a field of plain white at the moment, as I had no time to put in walls. That will come later. My thought was eventually to make each case a room so we can pick out the necessary information. However, since this is the only case loaded at the moment, that's not needed, right? So if you sit over there and close your eyes, and you see the icon that's flashing in the lower right, well, select that and it instantiates the virtual reality. Can you see my avatar?
Yes, of course. But it's a little more masculine and Rock Hudson than the reality, isn't it?
Okay, you got me. I used it from my gaming days. No harm in a little enhancement. It was easier than creating one from scratch.
Oh, absolutely.
What does mine look like?
Okay, just wait. I'll create a mirror for you.
Oh, it's rather sex doll, isn't it? Where did you get this?
Just something I found on the net.
What's mine look like?
I picked a fighting Amazon warrior from some old game I found on the server. I thought that matched your personality. Look, we'll go for a scan later and we can get the avatars to match the reality. But for now, it's just not important.
Not too bad, I suppose. I wonder what Sophie looks like.
Oh, she is mega cool. She used to be quite a big gamer in her teens. She had a custom avatar made. It's got dynamic hair and glow eyes.
I'll bet. Scantily clad, no doubt.
Hi guys, how are you going? Just finished the data load. Thought I'd join you for the start of analysis.
Sophie, your avatar has really long hair and it floats around. Is that glowing sword really necessary?
Well, not for this, but for gameplay? Absolutely necessary. It's a Sauron sword. That's all code. No exceptions. This hair? That's for the boys. And some of the girls too. It's a custom job. Special encrypted code. Cost quite a few 100 hours of programmer time. A number of dangerous liaisons. And a chunk of gamer points.
Wow. It's weirdly mesmerizing.
Well then, it was worth the investment. After all, no self-respecting teenager would have a rubbish avatar. Besides, the boys really like it. I have a brush in my utility pack. They like to comb it, but it costs them.
I'll bet. Did you have a lot of tangles then?
Ah, yes. It was happening all the time. I needed a lot of maintenance.
Yes, I can see that you would.
Could I cut it off with that sword?
Well, you might try, but this sword only responds to me, like Thor's hammer.
Ah.
Zed, can you kill the reverberation in this simulation? It sounds like a church.
Okay, hang on. How's that?
That's better. Now, let's just focus, shall we? How do we start the process of using this fancy pants setup? What do we do now?
Well, we've preloaded the datasets, so all we have to do is activate the visualizations here. You see these lines connecting them? These are where the computers have made some sort of link. Most of them will be spurious, The thicker the line, the stronger the correlation. So, what we need you to do is grab some of these and spread them out, and then go through the links one by one. To open a link, you grab it by hand like this, and it expands into your mind's eye. And then you can look at the data.
Okay, so do we each grab a couple of files and go through them?
Sounds like a plan. Okay, I think I've found something here. I connected one of those astronomical catalogues to an audio recording of the radio noise, and it's come up with this link. It's matched the frequency to an item PSR B0329 positive 54. It had some exoplanets orbiting, and I think our wormhole exited near one of them.
What was the error and correlation?
Oh, let's see. Very low error, 99.99% correlation. Any errors were in our frequency measurement. These things have a very, very specific frequency. This one's about 300,400 light years away.
So that confirms the wormhole thingy. What we were experiencing was the sidewash from a neutron star. So yes, I would say this phenomenon is some sort of gate across the universe.
If it is a neutron star, sidewash must be the correct term. Because if we got a full dose of the radiation, it would burn us away. If it's a gate, perhaps it's not fully open. That's why it fades in and out. The real question is, what is causing the gate to open? Is it being opened by the other end?
Well, I hope not. I don't want marauding aliens on top of the radiation.
I don't think so. I think the local environment around a neutron star would not be conducive to biological life. The energy might be useful for artificial intelligence, but they would just open the gate and come through, right? So I'm thinking maybe it's something local at our end of the gate.
Exactly, Shaz. But the people who control this gate have the most powerful weapon.
Well, if they've got this powerful weapon, why are they deploying it so randomly? No, I think it's something else. Let's look at the places this gate appears. Can we detect if any other incursions happen in other rooms? We can then correlate the occurrences to other stuff. Zed, do we have the video feeds from all the rooms at the retrograde?
Yeah, it's this file set. Here, catch.
Wow, you can throw data around like that?
Of course, you can kick it too. That's for when you get frustrated.
You know, I'm getting to like this place. Zed, can you make a dartboard and a bin? Both essential items for our thought processes. Okay, I think I have the timeline here. Let's just mix up these data sets and see what comes up.
The processors are working hard. It's taking a long time.
Well, it has to go through every frame, and there are hundreds of cameras, especially after Gander put several in every room, including the guest rooms. The servers are flat out.
That spying is taking a bit of a liberty, isn't it? Oh, I think links are starting to appear. Look, they're very faint.
Just wait a minute.
Sophie, can you give me a hand to get through these relationships, please?
Sure. You do know I did an artificial intelligence computer science course. I have a 2-1 rating for operation in virtual environments.
Well, it sounds impressive.
It's a hard one to get, so yes, it's impressive.
Thanks, Ed. You're pretty sharp yourself.
Most of the ones I'm looking at are just the frames in our corridor showing the event that zapped us.
What about this one here? It links off to Gander's storeroom. That's usually locked.
Oh, that's interesting. It's showing a slight increase in light level at the same time as the event we experienced. I wonder if it was the radiation.
That is weird. There's something not right about this. Shero, can you flick me a map of the inn, please?
Okay, catch.
So the room here, and the corridor is here, and the beam came out in this direction. Yeah, it can't directly be the beam fluorescing something. It's in a direction away from the room.
I'm looking to see if there are other cameras in the room. Gander may have some other security. I think she installed separate viewers direct to her feed. Not on the normal network. Hang on, let me talk to her. Hello, Gander. Hi, it's Zed. We're doing some data analysis on this attack, and we need to get a closer look into your, treasure room. Did you install any more monitoring devices?
Yes, of course. But I'm not giving you the codes. Oh, I'm not that dumb.
Zed, let me talk to her. Gander, it's Cheryl. Hi. Look, we need to get a few more angles on that room. We've seen something strange and need to cross-check. Is there any chance you could flick over the images? We don't want the access codes. One thing though, can you make sure they still have the timestamps? We're trying to correlate with the incursion events.
Oh, well, I suppose so. Okay, give me a minute. I need to access my terminal.
Thanks, Gander. I'm feeling that there's something in your room that's causing these events. I have a feeling I know what it is, but I want to confirm before jumping the gun.
Okay, I'm sending the files over.
Okay, Zed, can you relate these files from Gander with the original video files?
Will do. It'll take a few minutes to process. It's a lot of data.
So, Sophie, I hear from Zed you used to be a fairly successful gamer.
Well, it was another life, before my change.
Change?
Oh, didn't you know?
No, what?
Well, I used to be called Michael.
Oh, I see. That kind of change.
Yep, that kind of change, all right.
Wow. Big decision in life. But you seem really happy and grounded. Mind you, perhaps a weaponized Sophie might have caused some boys some pain.
Yep, you better believe it. And some girls too. I had a girlfriend before the change. It was hard for her. She couldn't really cope. Most don't know, but I don't hide it. It's no big thing, really. Best thing ever for me, of course. I found that I had to be honest with myself. That's the one person you can't run away from, right?
Took me until my mid-20s to discover that. How did Gander take it? You seem to be close.
She was great, of course. Very close to the bone with her. She understands what it's like. Rudy and the Cherries also got me off the street and gave me a home. But that was nothing to do with transition. I owe them big time. Besides, I love those guys. They're all family.
Links coming through.
Oh, look at this one. That's really interesting. It's confirming there's really a glow in the room. I can see a slight reflection off the wall.
It's brighter in the left-hand corner. If I triangulate with the previous picture... Hang on, let me merge the data and set up a new analysis versus the room map. Got ya. 5 meters from north wall, 6 meters from west wall.
Let's go before we get another event. I've found that the radiation levels are increasing exponentially. The next one will burn out the walls. Gander comes. Please meet us outside the treasure room. Immediately. It's really urgent.
Okay, I'll see you there.
Okay, it's definitely in this pile here. Gander, I think I know what's causing all these events.
Come on, let's hear it then. I'll just call Rudy down. She needs to be in on the loop. Rudy, can you meet me on level 6 beta at the storeroom, please? We have found the source of the problems. Let's just wait a minute for Rudy.
So who is it? Where are they?
It's not a who, but a thing. Cheryl, you found it. You explain, please.
Rudy, it's the weird object we got from the auction, that globe thing. Well, it's not just a globe thing, it's the tree thing as well. Or, more correctly, it's the two objects together that causes the problem.
Ha, that figures. That thing always gave me the creeps.
Look, Gander, let's admit it. We all know it's not made by human hands, right? It's clearly an alien object. It's time to come clean on where you found it.
Look, I knew it was special. That's why I've been hiding it. When I first moved here, it was bought from Doyle's father in '66. Her mother died in an accident. The family were having real money issues, so I bought it. I didn't really want it, but I just couldn't refuse. You see, he was a proud man, and I owed him. He did some favors for me in the early days. If I had just given him the money, he wouldn't have taken it. Now, I don't know the full story, but he said he found it about a meter down on an ice asteroid. The ice had accumulated millions of years before, so it's pretty old.
The implications are literally astronomical. God. Confirmation of alien life, space portals, radiation beams, and a deadly weapon.
Well, before we have a long, leisurely chat about this, how about we deactivate it before it burns a hole right through the station? Let's drag it away and chuck it out the nearest airlock.
Alex, calm down. We don't need to. Look, guys, think about it. Gander had this down here since '66, sitting quietly with no problems at all. Is that right, Gander?
Yes, like I say, never knew what to do with it.
So what's changed? Something's activated it, right? We need to find what that is and turn it off. Problem solved.
Well, problem not solved. That thing, look, I'm calling it the spooky tree ball, is the most powerful thing in human history. Do we really want it sitting under the inn? I'm going to find it difficult to sleep tonight.
Better here than in the hands of the government or some power-hungry maniac like Stank. It's an opportunity and a threat, just like any tool. Just depends on how you use it.
Gander, is it in a case?
Yes. After last time, I thought it was better not to have it on show. It's in a flight case. I put the ball and the tree thing in. No, it's not this one. Yes, it's this one. This one here.
No signs of any burning on the case or any marks at all. I was expecting something.
Maybe it manifests its effects at a safe distance from the user, like a projection.
So, Shaz, what do you think it is?
I think it's a travel device. It sets up a gate through which the user can move. It would need to be self-referential, so that the object could be taken through the gate to the other side. Otherwise, what's the use? You wouldn't be able to get back. So the space folding can envelope itself and roll up.
So then the visitor didn't go back. Otherwise, the object wouldn't be here. Perhaps we need to go back to that asteroid to see if there's a body or anything else.
Then why is it sending out beams of radiation?
Oh, I think that's just accidental. It's just us dumb monkey users. Look, if you gave a blowtorch to a caveman, they wouldn't know which end to hold. They'd end up burning their fingers. Dumb users hurt themselves. Well, this thing is the same. It's perfectly safe if you know how to use it. We're just dumb enough to ask it to connect through to the vicinity of a neutron star. That's why the radiation level is changing. It's the other end of the portal, moving around. Sometimes it's nearer the beam of the star, and other times it's moving away. Perhaps the connection is not properly dialed in.
That's all well and good, but I'm afraid to touch the box. Do we open it up?
Open it up. We need to look at the configuration.
Well, it's not glowing.
Gander, when you stored it before, was the sphere nestled in the tree as it is now?
I don't think so.
Okay. It must be that when you bring the two objects together, it activates the portal. Perhaps there is some sort of attraction. You see that it's not quite touching at the moment? And it's on its side? Perhaps thermal movements or slight orbital corrections bring the two objects together and the portal opens.
Shaz, be careful. I'm not touching that thing again. It gives me nightmares.
Okay, I'm gonna take the ball and separate it from the tree. Carefully.
It's glowing. Quick, grab it. Now, before it opens another portal.
Okay, oh, it's weird. Feels like it's trying to move.
Perhaps that's haptic feedback? Like gamer gloves. Helps the user feel the controls.
Well, whatever it is, it's not working for me. Okay, it's out of the tree cup. Now they're separated. The ball's still glowing, but it's slowly fading.
What should we do with it?
Well, certainly not give it to the government, or anyone else for that matter. I think we need to call a meeting of those in the know. My office, half an hour. Cheryl, put the ball in another flight case and store it on the other side of the room. Lock both cases and put other stuff on top. No special markings, right?
Sure thing. Alex, can you find another box, please?
So, folks, we are sitting on what is the most powerful weapon in the solar system, but also the most amazing opportunity to explore and find out more about this universe. Agreed?
It certainly presents a threat and an opportunity. But Gander, you have had it for years. Why has it now suddenly become active?
I think it's the proximity of both devices. They have to touch each other. The portal controller is a two-part device. It's totally safe unless you let the halves meet.
Well, it still gives me the creeps. We should just chuck it into the sun.
I wouldn't recommend that. To generate and manipulate space-time as it does, it'll require huge flows of energy. This device could significantly disrupt the sun. Who knows what's inside? It might contain singularities that could consume the solar system. Remember, we are primitives compared to this technology.
According to what I've been reading, it would need the manipulation of negative energy. I think throwing it into the sun is not an option.
We need to study it. Understand how the interface works. It's the most amazing gift. It's clearly alien tech, possibly very old. Can you give any more details on the exact location where it was found?
As I said before, it was found about the end of 2061 on a cubeano asteroid, 253 Mathilde. The finders were extracting a rock and ice slurry when this thing turns up on the tramp magnet. The tree-shaped thing was found first. Then, about 6 months later, the globe turned up. They found their way to New London. I purchased the tree pot of Doyley's father before he died of cancer. Just by chance, really, Gary, my partner, did some work for one of the miners. Unfortunately, he couldn't pay, so he gave the globe pot in lieu of payment. It ended up in my store when we took back the inn.
Probably the weirdest coincidence in the whole solar system. I think we obviously need to keep it and study it, if not for ourselves, but for the greater good of mankind. What I can't figure out is how we do that when it's so potentially dangerous.
You can't just set up a secret lab under the retrograde. You could take out the whole of New London, just with an incorrect squeeze of the globe. If the portal had been a tiny bit nearer the neutron star, we and all matter in New London would have been extruded through the gate and plated onto the surface of the star.
We would need to ensure absolute security. If even a whisper of this got out, every power faction in the solar system would walk straight through us in the blink of an eye. This needs very careful thought and planning. I propose we do nothing apart from keep the halves apart and very secure. No changes to routines and no discussion of the object. If our security looks like it's going to be breached, We take one half of the generator and flick it away in a picket ship.
I agree.
I also think that's the best approach. It's been safely dormant for many years.
Yes, but as soon as we have a lab set up, it needs study.
How do we ensure that one of the scientists doesn't blab and then the bad guys come in all guns blazing and duke it out to control the solar system? The less people that know about this, the more secure we will be.
So I move we just carry on as if nothing has happened. I'll convene another meeting if and when we need to.
I do think Zed is correct. We need to think how we could set up a lab to figure this thing out.
How could we trust the scientists doing the work? One of them will probably talk. The only way we could control it would be to put the lab at a very distant location. That way we can lock down all the transport and communications. If we get this wrong, the consequences are enormous. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
This episode was produced by Melanie Blizzard and written by Melanie Blizzard. The voices you heard were Adani Ekendeo playing Sophie, Graham Zink playing Christopher, Helen Ekendeo playing Alex, Joanne Oliver playing Rudy, Stephen Cameron playing Zed, Vivian Braybrook playing Gander and Sharo. Angel and May is produced by a not-for-profit actors group. Any funds contributed via Patreon will be 100% allocated to future productions.